Barangay Ayala ba? Do you know that? Masyado na kayong puro aral na lang. Yung mga teacher niya yata ay puro na lang pag-aaral lang inintindi. Wala nang curriculum. Hindi, tatanong kayo mga estudyante. Do you still watch the news? Hindi showbiz, hindi SNN ha? Hindi Chika Minute. Do you know what happened dun sa Ayala Alabang when they passed an ordinance na dapat bago ka bumili ng condom, may reseta? Huwag galing ha, nakakatawa. Yun yung basihan nila. Kasi daw, sabi, yung mga pharmacy, balik. Sabi doon, yung mga pharmacist daw, hindi magbibigay ng mga any abortive pag walang reseta ng doktor. So, ang feeling nila, since pro-life advocate sila, abortive patient ang condom. Ergo, principle of deduction, o hindi ka pwedeng bumili ng condom hanggat wala kang reseta ng doktor. Sa akin mga doktor, okay lang yan, bayad yan eh. Ang problema natin, paano kung medyo kating-kating ka na? Pupunta ko ba sa doktor para sabihin na, Dok, bigyan mo naman ako reseta para condom, lalabas na. So, nagpa-family planning na rin yung misis. Misis, ha? Baka mayak mo ano, misis lang ang pwede dyan. Ako ay isang ministro. Bawal yan. Next. So, there are two bills pending in Congress. One is in the Senate, one is in the House of Representatives. Senate Bill number 2378 and House Bill number 5043. Senate Bill number 2378 is authored by the very venerable Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago. The House Bill number 5043 is by Representative Guarin, who is also a medical professional. We will discuss House Bill number 5043 because yun yung umuusad ngayon. Yung Senate Bill kasi hindi pa umuusad, pero yung House Bill umuusad na. So we will discuss House Bill number 5043. You need to know what are the relevant provisions of HB 5043 so that you will come up with a stand as a nurse or stand as nurses. I am not here to give you your ethico-moral stand. I'm just giving you the details and the information for you to make a stand. At the end of the discussion, I will advise you on what kinds of stands that you will make. So ano ang nakalagay sa guiding principles? Promotion of reproductive health. No bias for modern and natural methods of family planning. Diyan pala ang kontra na ang simbahang Katoliko and other churches. Because they only advocate natural family planning method. Dito lahat. Freedom of choice. Yun ang sinasabi ng mga pro-choice individuals. Sa pro-life naman sinasabi, why will we advocate something that we feel is causing the death of the unborn? So diyan pala problema na tayo. Next. Well, ganda. Ang bilis ko, parang gusto na lang matapos. Hindi, okay na. Sige na. While the number and spacing of children are left to the sound judgment of parents and couples based on their personal conviction and religious belief, such concerned parents and couples, including unmarried, should be afforded free and full access. Note, free, uninterrupted access to all methods of contraception. This is the stand of Pinoy. He doesn't want it to be called responsible reproductive health bill. He wants it to be responsible parenthood. And in the context of responsible parenthood, dapat kasama na doon yung family planning and contraception. Yun yung sa kanya, spacing, and you have to determine as a family on how many children you will have, what type of life you will give your children, and what type of education you will give your children, etc., etc. So responsible parenthood, guys, in the form of RH or reproductive health. Next, please. Now, as I said earlier, nakalagay na doon yung sa abortion. So there is nothing in this law, if it does become a law, that changes the law on abortion. The problem with the Catholic Church and some pro-life advocates tell us that the law in itself, or the bill in itself, promotes abortion. So sinabi agad daw ng Kongreso dito, in the bill, that there is nothing in this act that changes the law on abortion, as abortion remains a crime and is punishable. Do you rotate in Pabella? Nag-rotate ba sila sa Pabella? Hindi, no? Nag-rotate sila sa Pabella. Ano ang turo sa inyo sa Pabella in terms of if you nakakita kayo ng pasyente na induced abortion, meaning sinadya? Tinuro ba sa kanila yun kung paano? Ano bang nangyayari pag sadya? Sometimes, when I was rotating in Pabella before, ang sabi sa akin, pag daw induced abortion, tatakutin mo. Tatakutin yung pasyente. Pagagalitan mo pa nga daw. Minsan susumbong mo pa sa pulis kasi bawal yan, abortion yan, di ba? Nakalagay dito, as abortion remains a crime and is punishable, the government shall ensure that women seeking care for post-abortion complications shall be treated and counseled in a humane, non-judgmental, and compassionate manner. Diyan, medyo may pagbabago na ng konti. Kasi tayo dati, sila pala, hindi tayo. Ang ginagawa, pag ikaw nagpalaglag ng sarili mo, pag nagpatingin ka sa doktor, care ka sa mga healthcare providers, medyo pangit ang dating mo kasi criminal nga ang abortion. This tells us that we should now treat post-abortion complications as in a humane and just manner. Yan na ba yung next? Okay. Now, one of the contentions of the RH bill as well is free and full access. Yun na nga. Throughout this RH bill, laging yun na nakalagay. Free and full access to a full range of methods, techniques, supplies, and services that contribute to reproductive and sexual health. Next please. Ang importante dito is there has to be a definition on what are the legal contraceptive or family planning method. Yun ang isa sa mga contentious material. There is something that shocked me in this bill kasi nag-specify sila without any public hearing. Hindi man lang tayo tinawag, hindi man lang tayo kinausap. Nag-specify sila. Well, right now, nagtatanong naman sila, nagtatanong kung ano ang mga dapat na mga contraceptives na legal at hindi. For the benefit of nurses and healthcare providers, if this does become a law, ito yung mga reproductive healthcare, siguro kasama na po sa training ng mga estudyante for MCH, maternal and child health, which is actually part already of their curriculum. The elements of reproductive healthcare include the following. O, basahin nyo na lang. Maternal and child health, promotion of breastfeeding, etc. Next, please. Kasama na dyan ang prevention and management of reproductive tract infections, HIV, and other STIs. We no longer call it STD. The politically correct term is sexually transmitted infections or illnesses. Elimination of violence against women. When I lectured in Arellana 2 years ago, I mentioned about RA 9262. Read on it because there are provisions in RA 9262, which is the Act Against Violence, the protection of women and children against violence. It's actually the one used in the Haydenco case, when na-absuelto si Haydenco. Yun yung mga pag-ginugulpi din ng mga asawa nyo, mga boyfriend nyo, mga superior nyo in authority. There are protections there. And there are requirements and responsibilities also for nurses, doctors, and other healthcare providers. So basahin yun. Kasi kasama na yun sa reproductive healthcare. Education and counseling, tayo ang mag-i-educate. Mag-i-educate tayo ng mga barangay health workers, mag-i-educate ng barangay health workers sa mga couples. Pero tayo rin sa mga private practices natin, and if you do become public nurses or government nurses, requirements yun. That you have to know reproductive health care as defined by the law or as defined by this bill, and know how to teach it. It's mandatory. Yun ang isa pa doon. It is now mandatory that we teach them all, everything that is written about the RH bill. Next, please. So yan ang mga iba pa. Male involvement and participation in reproductive health. Okay? Reproductive health education for the youth. Mamaya malalaman ninyo kung paano na ang pagtuturo ng sex ed sa mga bata. Next, please. Ito yung sinasabi ko. Hospital-based family planning. Sinulat doon, tubal ligation, vasectomy, IUD, and other family planning methods requiring hospital services shall be available in all national and local government hospitals. Next, please. Para sunod-sunod na. Ito pa, isa mabigat. Contraceptives as essential medicines. Part of the RH bill. Meaning, yung mga hormonal contraceptives, yung mga Depo-Provera, Lady, etc., yung mga trust, yung mga IUDs, mga injectables, shall be considered under the category of essential medicines and supplies which shall form part of the National Drug Formulary. Ano ibig sabihin ito? Available na siya kung saan-saan. Kasi kasama na siya as essential medicine. I've said earlier, nagbanggit na sila dito. Nilagay dyan IUD, nilagay dyan hormones. I'll give you an idea on IUD and oral contraceptives, yung mga progesterone and estrogen. Do you have an idea on what an IUD is? Pag umuwi yung mga babae, galing kayo sa mga teacher ninyo at nanay ninyo. Then you're supposed to know because you're a nurse. IUD, yun insert, there is still a controversial debate on what the mechanism of action of an IUD is. Ang IUD yung kinakabit para hindi magbuntis. Sabi nila, ang mechanism of action daw ng IUD is to prevent the union of the egg and the sperm. Sabi pa ng iba that the mechanism of action of the IUD is to prevent implantation. Ibig sabihin para hindi nikit yung bata doon sa stress ng nanay. Kasi at the end of the embryonic period, didikit yan dyan para doon na siya mag-nurture. If you remember your anatomy and if you remember your physiology sa maternal and child health, pag nagdikit na yung egg and sperm, aakyat yan sa tube, pupunta yan papunta sa uterus. Tama. It will take you a couple of, up to the 9th week. Tama. So pagdating doon, didikit na yan sa uterus, embryonic period na yun, it's now considered a fetus. Kaya sinasabi nila, doon pa lang nagiging tao at the 9th week. So prior to that, it's legal abortion, sabi nila. Yung sabi naman ng iba, pag nagdikit na yan, yun na yun. Yung IUD, ang sinasabi ng mga pro-choice is implantation naman ang kanyang sinisira. Ang sinasabi ng pro-life, fertilization pa lang sinisira niya na. So, ergo, it is supposed to be considered